Alright, this is gonna be a guide for the White Shoe Slaying.
Hey lady, get out of the road!
What a diss.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Alright then, let's go.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many gifts.
If you were twice as smart, you'd still be smart.
Greetings from sunny California. Doesn't want to stop. Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Ah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up in San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to suffer.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Oh, look, she's not naked. Alright. First clue is... that right there, Superior Laundry.
Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
And that's the only clue on the body. And we got boot prints right here.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
And tire tracks right here.
Heaven's sake. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Alright. We're gonna use the phone. Oh! Here's our first interrogation.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Suspicious person.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
She's obviously telling the truth.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. Been a big help.
Of course.
All right.
Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Now, the last thing we gotta do here is use the telephone. Phelps.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, now we're going to the laundromat.
You're behind the wheel.
Another musical favorite.
Alright, we got just one clue here. Go talk to the laundromat owner. Hello?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case in one of your laundry.
You wrote the number down
And
that
he'll give you the laundry ledger. We're gonna choose F1363. Right here.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks.
Hello?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Okay. So now we're going to 43rd and Emerald Street.
You know the way. You can drive.
Come in here.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Terrellson? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
What's the problem?
Alright.
Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
First
Wanna
clue
hear something funny, Charles? Some bunk
is matchbook. Baron's bar.
Check if she was a regular.
We got picture.
I wonder why the picture was turned down. Don't think this is anything.
That's the wrong one. Just gotta find where her bedroom is. Alright, sitting here.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Victim's handbag.
So she went out without her handbag?
Got driver's license.
Have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
The lipstick.
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Muddy boots.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
And wet jacket.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Now we gotta go outside real quick. Apparently there's a boat around here. Go to the front of the boat, look at the rope.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Now we're gonna go back inside.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Possible
Do you
suspects.
have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Lie.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
And we'll go down to bow rope.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Alibi for
You
Lars.
said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Doubt.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Victim's state of mind.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Doubt.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Last contact.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
Lie.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
And that is the muddy boots.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now.
Now we just gotta use the telephone real quick.
Dispatch to check out his alibi.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks.
Our next location is...
Appreciate your time, sir.
Baron's Bar.
Can you drive to this one?
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
This is KTI Radio.
Okay, now we walk into the bar and talk to the barman.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Last contact with victim.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Truth.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Alright. Male
Who was she
suspect.
with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Doubt.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Yellow cab.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Truth.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
Oh, he
Can't let the
runs,
son of a bitch get away.
obviously.
Bates! Just want to talk.
Got a ride. Get in and drive.
Get in the car.
You were gonna
We're
leave
on
me
our
there.
chase.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Watch out, people. Jeez.
I don't think a killer would be sitting back in the bar.
Why is there people out in the
Listen,
middle
a
of the
creature
hill?
of habit is your killer. For some reason,
Can't
it's
hit
different
any of
than
these
routine.
people.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
You just need to be a better
I'm
shot.
showing you how it's done.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Let's end this farce.
Alright, we're gonna get out and question.
All right, you got me.
Give it up,
I've had enough.
LAPD. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Contact with victim.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Nope. Doubt.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
Account of
So what
movements.
happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Doubt.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat.
And maybe
I'll
reckless
explain my theory
driving
once a degenerate,
and
always a degenerate.
resisting arrest.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Okay, now we need to find the telephone.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Alright. Now we can't fast travel right here. We have to drive ourselves.
What's the matter? Come over to the side. You're pushing.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB.
We gotta go to the yellow cab trace.
3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Gotta go get...
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Okay, so go left at the next one. You see our taxi anywhere? It's left at the next intersection.
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
There's the yellow cab.
Where's that cab got to now?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's Bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gone and ruined my day.
You're welcome, asshole. Alright, now that's over. We can get out. And... Central Police Station. Oh, great.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Alright.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Interview room 2 is this way.
This guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
Move. Noire's interview room too. I always get lost inside the police station. Oh, here it is.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Contact
You
with
went to
victim.
Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Doubt.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Incident with Bates.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Doubt.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Movements prior
Where
to
did
murder.
you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
Doubt.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
Cab
The
ride
driver
with
said that
victim.
You were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
Doubt.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What
Right.
now?
First,
Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
We gotta go to...
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
First, we gotta talk.
Phelps, leave him be.
That was kind of weird. Alright. We gotta go to the bus depot first.
You're behind the wheel.
Once we get here, we're gonna go and look at the bus route.
I need to run the loop.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Now what we do now wait for our slow partner to get in the car.
All American 7-4, let's go get him.
And we're just gonna follow the red
can and one on the hook.
trail on the mini-map until we find the bus.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Carroll's who picked up.
11K, roger.
This could be a long trip, Corey.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Hachi.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Fudge. You're just as bored as I am.
Maybe I should have went backwards.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. You just give me a nudge if you see him, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
Hopefully we run into it soon.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road. That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
All right. Now we're gonna walk up to the bus driver.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Well, he was in a quick hurry to get out of there. Now we can go to the hobo camp.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. Left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Yeah, if you think we ought to, I guess we are.
Now we go to the hobo camp. And we're gonna get into a brawl.
If you want your rightful share, we need
to make you feel powerful.
Small brawl here. Knock him out.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Now we're gonna search his hut. And the first thing you'll notice is
Gremlin's over
Sixth
here,
newspaper.
Toss it, see what you find.
And our next clue is... Nope, not that. The bloody rope right here.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
And... the purse right here. The ticket inside.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Alright. And the photo right here.
Optimistic, Cole. Not sure this means much.
Alright. Now back to the police station.
You know the way. You can drive.
I've been in this job 20 years.
Going this way.
Alright.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Motive for murder.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terreldson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Lie.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terreldson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Bloodstained rope piece.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Contact with
The bus
victim.
driver dropped Mrs. Terreldson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Doubt.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Alibi.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
Lie.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
And the purse.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terreldson.
And that's the end of the case. Oh, and 5 stars.